to reintroduce myself, in case you weren't aware of my name, I'm Mr. G, Mr. Gonzalez, 201, right? All right, so let's do this warm-up. It says that PA is 3. All right. Now I'm going to label that. So from P to A right here is 3. Oh, let me unfreeze that. My bad. Cool. Now, PA is 3. We're going to use that to find the other one. Okay. Heads up, please. Heads up, please. All up here. Everyone should be locked in. Everybody, please. Okay. So, PA is 3. Now, is PA the small part, the big part, or the whole thing? Small part, right? So, here's the question. Back up. This has to do with number 3 and 4. Okay, so I know it's like not in the exact perfect order, but JA. JA is the whole thing for number 3. I can find that in a second, but we really want to do number 4 first. JP. Okay? JP is the big part. Now I'll be impressed because last class couldn't do this. Let's see if y'all can do this. How do you go from the small part to the big part? What's the relationship? Multiply by what? 2. By 2. Very good. Okay. So this is not 1/3, 2/3. This is when you go from small to big. It's double, right? The small part is half as big as the big part. Now, let me show you where that is on the notes. It's right here. Right here. The big part is the small part times 2. We wrote that in our notes. And then backwards, small part is the big part divided by 2. Okay. So let me pull this up. For JP, number 4, okay, the big equals the small times 2. So the small one is PA, which is 3. What's 3 times 2? 6, right? So JP, the big part, is double the small part, and it's 6, okay? Cool. Now look at number 3, JA. From J all the way across to A. Y'all agree that's the whole thing, right? From J to A. How do I find JA all the way across and add up both parts? What do I do with these numbers? Add them up. Part equals the whole. That's the second addition postulate we did earlier. Okay. So the whole equals 6 plus 3 gives us what? Okay, 9 for JA. All right, so let me recap. On your assignment from yesterday, you did before. If you're given the small part, double it to get the bigger part, add them up for the whole thing. Okay? Now, the next little part, let's change my color here. I said change my color here. Okay, HC is 15. Now you tell me, from H to C, is that the small part, the big part, or the whole thing? That's the whole thing, right? From H to C is 15 all the way. Now, I'm looking for number 1, PC. You tell me, from P to C, is that small, big, or whole? Small. All right. Now we're going forwards normal. If I know the whole thing, what fraction of it is PC, the small part? 1/3. Remember, the small one's 1/3 of the whole, the big one's 2/3 of the whole. Let me show you back on the notes again. Right here. Small one is 1/3 of the whole, big one is 2/3 of the whole, right? We're going to use those two things to help us get these last two sections, okay? But the 1/3 only works if you know the whole thing. And we do. Okay, so here we go. For PC, small equals 1/3 of the whole. So 1/3 of 15. Do y'all remember how to do 1/3 times 15? Here's how you do it in the calculator. 1 control divide 3, go to the right, times 15. We end up getting 5, right? What about HP? Big, small, or the whole thing? What do you think HP is? The big part, right? Again, back to the notes. If I want the big one, it's 2/3 of the whole. So let's do that. Big is 2/3 of the whole. So 2/3 times 15. So you can either do 2/3 times 15, or if you remember from the first thing we did, you double the small one, you get the big one, right? So what do I end up getting here? 2/3 of 15, right? Or doubling 5, either way. We should get 10. Okay? So we did notes 2 days ago. We did a review just like this yesterday. We did a review like it today. Okay? Now that's helping you with your assignment. If you look right here, from 11-8. Okay? So this is not in the grade book yet. It's medians and centroids. Who remembers? How many of these do you have to do? Do you have to do the whole thing or no? Just the first half of the page, number 1 through 4. It's written right here. This is what it looks like, 1 through 4, from the last 2 days. Make sure you've done this. Okay? Look next to it from last week, 11-2 and 11-3. Today, I'm grading these. I'm going to try to put them in Skyward. Okay, this is what they look like. So if you check Skyward, you're not going to see these in there yet. You have to ask yourself, did I do angle side and isosceles theorem and exterior angle theorem? This is what they look like. Okay, these 3 need to be done. First of all, I would work on these 3. Now, why did you pick up a review on the way in? What does that mean? What's coming next? A test, right? So here's the deal. It's not tomorrow, but on Friday, okay? We're going to have a test on this stuff on Friday. It will be very similar to this review. It is very important you do your review. And you don't have to smash it all in one day. It's a day. You'll have tomorrow also to finish this review. Tomorrow I'll have the answer key, and I'll make a video going over the whole thing that you can get on the Google Classroom, okay? But everybody understands. We're reviewing today, tomorrow. If you finish your work, if you have missing work or need to fix or retake a quiz, that's fine too. But test is Friday. It's on the board. I'm saying it right now. So make sure you are doing missing assignments and then your review. Okay, here we go.